Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to use my YouTube channel to do this weekly outlook. I normally do the weekly outlook with screenshots and send them on my Telegram. But today let's do a video because most of you have been requesting that I do more long detailed videos just explaining these concepts. So now let's start with DXY as usual. We normally do DXY, GU, EU, and gold. And today we're also going to add USDJPY and EURJPY. So now DXY, because we're starting a new month, so I will just start our weekly outlook from the monthly chart and just see what because we've just closed an April candle, so we are starting a new month. So let's see what just the monthly chart has done. Normally, when I do weekly outlook, I don't normally start from the monthly. I only start from the monthly when you're starting a new month. Once we have already started the new month and I know where the levels are, so every new week I just start from the weekly charts to do the weekly outlooks. So now, here in the monthly, we had this fair value gap here. You can see price tapped it and we closed above here. And then apart from that, we have this inversion fair value gap here. So this is a good thing. So this inversion fair value gap somehow confirms for us or gives us a confidence that price is willing to continue going bearish. So from this level up to this level down here, this inversion fair value gap is almost at 50% of this range. So we are anticipating that price might retrace to this inversion fair value gap, and then we continue with our bearish momentum. So for that is what we can anticipate. Remember, we don't predict price, we only anticipate using our levels. So now let's move to the weekly time frame. So if we move to the weekly, the last week we had done this outlook, we were anticipating that price will get to this weekly fair value gap. And as you can see, price tagged that weekly fair value gap. Yeah. So apart from price tagging that weekly fair value gap, I still believe we are not yet done with the bullish momentum. I still believe that price might still be willing to continue, going deep inside this fair value gap, because if you measure from here to here, we are not even at 50% of this fair value gap. So I want to see price still digging deeper inside this fair value gap. So let's move to the daily and see. So if we move to the daily, I want you to say something here. So we have this fair value gap on the daily. So I can mark that there and here. So we have this fair value gap. I'm anticipating that price will get to this fair value gap before we continue with the bearish momentum. But we are yet to see. So for this week, what I'm interested in is to first of all see price dig deeper into these fair value gaps. So what did we do last week? As you can see here, we had this order block. Let's just see what price has done. Price tagged this order block and then we formed a higher high. So then, because anytime you're looking at the charts, I want you to be asking yourself three questions. Where are we right now? So that is you looking at where price is at the moment. And if you ask ourselves, where are we right now? So far, we've made a higher high. We tapped this order block and then we've made another higher high. And then we have this fair value gap here, which you can see price tagged this fair value gap and we closed above it. So we have not yet violated this fair value gap. So our bullish, this bullish structure that started here is still valid because this fair value gap has not yet been violated. If we violate this fair value gap and we make it an inverted fair value gap, then you can have a reason to believe that price is willing to go lower. But for now, we are still looking at bullish price momentum because you can see this structure, price is respecting bullish PDRAs. So let's move to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so if you move to the 4-hour time frame again, our levels are still there. And yeah, So far, where are we right now and what is price doing? So where we are right now, you can see we have this is an order block here. Um, on Friday, we closed above this bearish candlestick, also above this bearish candlestick. So we can say we have our order block here. Remember, order block can be one candlestick or consecutive candlesticks. So because we've also closed above this, I'm also including this in the order block. So I'm expecting that price will not violate this order block. This will act as our line of defense, and this is what we might use to push price even further up. So those are the levels I have on DXY. So next, let's look at GBPUSD. As you know, GBPUSD and DXY are negatively correlated. So that means if you're anticipating bullish price action in DXY, for GBPUSD, you anticipate the opposite to happen because they are negatively correlated. So let's look. So last month, sorry. So this is what has happened this month that we just closed. So, so far, what levels are we looking at on the monthly? So, on the monthly, we can say we have this order block here. There's an order block here. And yeah, so price tagged this monthly order block and we made this high here. So far, that's what we have. You can see it's like we are clearly bullish on the monthly. So, let's move to the weekly and see what price has been doing. So if you move to the weekly, I want you to see how price has been respecting our bullish PDRAs. So anytime you're bullish, you want to see price respecting your bullish PDRAs. You can see price tagged this fair value gap and then we made a higher high. So price again has left this fair value gap here, which I'm anticipating that price will come tag this fair value gap. And then now from there we can see way forward or what price wants to do next. So on the daily, remember this is our weekly fair value gap. So see, I'm anticipating that price will come here. What levels do we have on the daily? This is an order block here. This is a daily order block. And then apart from that, we also have this fair value gap here. We have a fair value gap. Let me just mark it. We have this fair value gap. And then also apart from this fair value gap, what other levels do we have? We also have an inversion fair value gap here. Let me show you. So this here is an inversion fair value gap. So we have an inversion fair value gap and an order block here. So using this inversion fair value gap and this order block as my line of defense, I don't want to see price disrespecting these levels. So maybe we might, price might come tag this inversion fair value gap and then we go to our weekly fair value gap. Or it might fail to reach there because remember all this is an order block from down here to the top of this candle. That is an order block. So either way, that's what I'm watching. And yeah, so if we move to the 4 hour chart, yes, on the 4 hour chart so far, this is what we have. Let's go look at EURUSD. Remember, GBPUSD and EURUSD are positively correlated. So if GU you're anticipating bullish price action, when you're also analyzing EU, you should also be able to see the same. So if we start from the monthly, we have a monthly fair value gap here, and you can clearly see that price has respected this monthly fair value gap. We tagged it and then we formed a higher high. So on the monthly, so this is the month that we just finished, and we have a fair value gap below here. We have a fair value gap down here, so that's okay. Let's move to the weekly. So far our latest price action on the weekly, this is what we have. I'm looking at this fair value gap as my interest. I'm interested to see price tag this weekly fair value gap, and then before we proceed with the bullish price action if it wants to continue going up. Remember, we're not here to force price, and we're not here to predict. We are just anticipating based on the information and the data that the markets are giving us. So yeah, so this is our interest. Then if we move to the daily, so this is what we have so far. On the daily, again, we have this order block here, and then we also have this fair value gap here. You can see here. Let me just draw. We had this fair value gap here, and as you can see on Friday price tagged our the fair value gap. So price tagged this fair value gap and also this order block. So we have not violated these levels. So this is a very important level. I don't want to see this daily fair value gap violated by price. So if you move to the 4 hour, yeah, so on the 4 hour, this is what we have. Of course, our daily order block is there. And yeah, we have an inversion fair value gap here, which you can see price tagged it, and also we did not violate it. So yeah, so I want to see what price will do. This is also an order block here, but at this point here, because we still have this daily order block here, price might still retrace target, and then we continue with the bearish price action. So I'd say watch and see how Monday plays out. Then you might get good price action on maybe Tuesday and Wednesday, or Thursday, or even Friday, in the course of the week. Good thing is we are just anticipating and using whatever the market is giving us to anticipate our next move, or try to anticipate the next move of the market. So now that is EURUSD. We can move to USDJPY. So USDJPY and DXY are positively correlated. So which means if you're anticipating bullish price action on DXY, here in USDJPY, we should be able to see that that positive correlation playing out. So far, if you look at the monthly, what do you see? So we have this low here. So we have this low here that price has not tagged. Okay, this is a sell side liquidity. And then that's what we have so far on the monthly. We don't have a lot of information. Let's move to the weekly. So on the weekly, we have this volume imbalance here. This here is a volume imbalance, and as you can see, price has tagged that volume imbalance on the weekly. Let's move to the daily and see what USDJPY price is doing. We had this order block here. There's a bullish order block. You can see price tagged a bullish order block, and also we have this fair value gap here. So price tagged it, and then we went and made a higher high. So now what do we have right now where price is? We have this fair value gap here, and then also we have an order block here. This here. This is an order block here. So this here is I'm interested in these regions here, in this level here. I don't want to see price violating this fair value gap. So price might retrace to this fair value gap before we continue with the bullish, because you can see we've made a higher high, higher low, higher high. So if price is still willing to continue going up, we want to see this fair value gap respected by price. So let's move to the 4 hour and see. So if you move to the 4 hour, you can clearly see we have a fair value gap here. So this is the 4 hour fair value gap. And you can see price has tagged this for our fair value gap, and we've closed really above it. So this shows that price is willing to continue going up. So remember, this is an internal range liquidity. So because price has tagged this and not violated it, our next level is this external range liquidity here, USDJPY. So let's go see what gold is doing. So gold has been bullish. We have really been bullish, gold. So you can see here on the weekly, we have this fair value gap here. I'm looking this as my point of interest this week, or what is going to act as where price is likely to go to. So if we move to the daily, so this is what we have on the daily. So clearly, what do we have here? We have this order block here on the daily. So what else do we have? Yeah, so we have this order block. So if price is to retrace here on the daily, I don't want to see price violating this daily order block. This is our last line of defense with this bearish price action. Let's just go to the 4 hour. So if you move to the 4 hour, you can clearly see prices lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we have this fair value gap here. So I'm looking, um I don't want to see price disrespecting this fair value gap on the 4 hour. So price tagged this for fair value gap. What do we have here? We have an order block. So price might retrace and then we come to our region, because this is our region that we look. This is the region that we see price is headed to this week. So far that's what we have in gold. Let's go look at EURJPY. So if we look at EURJPY, on the monthly, okay, this we don't have much information because this is an order block here. So you had this order block which price has tagged, which was tagged. Okay, so this is the weekly. Sorry, if we start with the monthly, okay, so we don't have again so much information apart from this order block here, which you can see on April price tagged that order block. Let me just mark it. So yeah, price has tagged this order block in April, the month of April. So the month of May, we are likely to be bullish, but we're not here to predict price. We're just here to anticipate and let the market tell us what it wants to do. So again, on the weekly, we have this order block, which price tagged last this week that just passed, and we have also respected this order block. So that's a good thing. If you move to the daily, so let's see. As you can see, daily we are bullish, higher high, we trace, and then so far we've made a higher high. So far, what do we see in EURJPY? We can see we have this daily fair value gap. So maybe price might tag this daily fair value gap, and then we continue with the bullish momentum. Because you could see on the, yeah, so this is what I see on daily GBP on EURJPY, sorry. And then we have these highs here. We have this buy side liquidity here. I'm looking this as a potential level as to where price is likely to get to, because these are relatively equal highs. You have this high, you also have that high. All these buy side liquidities, I'm looking at them as potential. So on the 4, we have this order fair value gap. Sorry, we have a fair value gap here, and we have a fair value gap here, and this is our daily fair value gap. So yeah, so that's what I see. Price just tagging this, and then we continue with the bullish price action. So this is what I had this week. So when I get trade setups this week, whichever trades I take, I like to take screenshots and document. As usual, I normally send those the document in my on my Telegram channel. So if you're not following me on Telegram, go subscribe to the Telegram channel. The link is on this YouTube description. Use that, and then you'll be able to access even the previous trade setup that I've taken. You'll be able to access those PDF documents. So that's it that I had prepared for today.